Hey Coach, Lone Star Gridiron has been the leader in Coach's Show podcasts for 20 years, and now you can get your own Coach's Show podcast each week during the season as a fundraiser for your booster club. Yes, booster clubs all over are using these podcasts to help their sports programs. You get to share the stories of your program and your kids to a huge audience and make money. We started with just football, but this year have expanded to make them available for all sports. Call 713-269-4620 to find out the details and get your Coach's Show started.
All right, Coach. Well, tell me about the team this year. What do you expect?
Yes, sir. We got 24 returners coming back. We got our entire O-line returns, so we're pretty fired up about that. Running backs, we got pretty much a lot of our skill positions back. Same thing defensively. We graduated 2 defensive ends, but got a lot of our other pieces and a lot of guys that got a lot of reps last year in a lot of games. So we're feeling pretty good with depth. Our biggest question mark coming into this year is going to be replacing the quarterback. But we've got 2 kids, Finn Wallach and Cord Zamzo, that have had a great spring and both have different things they can bring to the table. So one of them will fill into that role and keep everything moving forward. So we're excited about it.
Nice. Well, you mentioned the quarterbacks. Who are some of the other kids that you're going to have to rely on this year?
Yeah, I think Donovan Perry. He's going to be a junior. He was offensive MVP of the district last year, and it was a real good district, tough district. But he'll be a big time player for us. Lamont Franklin will also be a junior coming in this coming year. Kind of just an overall athlete, returner, receiver, running back. I mean, anything you ask of the young man, he can kind of do. Our up front, we got Caden Gonzalez returning. He'll be a 4-year starter. And then Dason graduated, but his younger brother, Deadrian, Tenney Anderson, will be our left tackle. And, them other guys that fill in on the line are Barrett Garcia and Keontre Garner. So, and Amani Washington, we feel like that's going to be the strength of our team up front. And then we return defensively. Our middle linebacker, who started for us the last 3 years and will be a senior, Angel Hernandez, is coming back, and we'll have Josh Valdez with him. We got a young guy that will probably help out and play this year in the secondary as well as Cy Hinkie, that we're fired up about. So, we just got a lot of pieces. Ty Mark is another guy that got an opportunity to start last year. And we had lost Dally Salas for the year last year. Ty Mark stepped in and played in 13 games at outside linebacker, and now Dally Salas comes back this year. So, we've got a kid that got some good reps, and that's why we feel confident in some of our depth. So, should be good.
Nice. And talk about the district. What do you expect there?
Yeah, I think the district's gonna, it's a tough district. It's been a tough district. I know we lost Industrial that dropped down to D2, but we picked up Orange Grove and West Oso, and then everybody else, stayed the same. We've still got, Edna in the district. They've been to the state semis the last 2 years in a row. So it's going to be a grind. I think there's a lot of change within the district as far as a few new teams, and then just other programs that there's new coaches in place, and so there's going to be some new offenses, some new defensive schemes that we're just going to have to fill out and adjust to. But definitely you have to be at your best on a weekly basis. So we're looking forward to the challenge.
Nice. And what about the pre-district schedule? What do you got?
Yeah, pre-district. So, as soon as we knew that Industrial was dropping down, we went ahead and scheduled a game with Industrial, because that's always been a really good game for us in district. So we're gonna open up with East Bernard, and then we'll play Tidehaven, and then we got Industrial. So our first 3 games before we get that bye, it's gonna be, it's gonna get us ready. We'll see 3 good quality opponents that. Kind of funny, but they're all coming out of the same district too, so but it'll make us better, and that's what we want from our preseason games, is to push us and make us better. So
nice. This is something I ask a lot of coaches. Is there, obviously once you're in district play, every game's important, but is there a must win on your schedule?
I think the must win is going to be the Londons and the Orange Groves. I feel like I know there's games in our district that on a weekly basis you got to make sure that you show up and take care of. But I think a lot of people even last year didn't expect us to,
Right.
go on the road and beat a good Edna team, and that was a tough task. So, there's some good district opponents, and there's some opportunities that you may beat these guys in district, and then you may have to turn around and see them again in the playoffs. So, every game's important, like you said, but I think London and Orange Grove, because that's right in the middle of. So we got London, Orange Grove, and Edna, right in the middle of our district schedule. So, that's what we've been talking about as coaches, man. It's going to be a grind every single week, and you know how important it is at lower levels to stay healthy and keep people fresh. So it'll be interesting, but we'll be up for the challenge.
Nice. And did you get a chance to do anything relaxing or a vacation this summer?
Yeah, I actually just got here this morning because my family and I, we were at Lake LBJ. So we got up there on Wednesday, and we got back yesterday evening. So that was a good getaway. And then we spent the 4th down in Rockport doing some fishing on the coast. So it's been a good family time. I got 3 young ones, and man, they keep us busy too, because they're all in sports and all kind of activities. So if we're not at one of our Goliad Tigers sporting events, then we're usually at one of their sporting events. So.
Nice. It sounds like there could have been a coaching convention in Rockport, because I've talked to so many coaches said they went down there.
Yeah, we were down there. Luckily, it was right before Barrel was tracking that way, and we were like, man, is it gonna affect our plans or not affect our plans? But luckily, we were there from that Wednesday to Sunday, and the weather was great. And then Mondays when everything kind of started coming through. But even though it kind of pushed up a little bit further north, we were glad that we got some good weather days where because we already had the trip planned, so we were going one way or the other.
I love it, Coach. Well, you have a great season.
Yes, sir. Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate you having me.
This show is brought to you by the book, All I Need to Know I Learned from My Texas High School Football Coach. A handbook of wisdom for parents, young people, and yes, even coaches. Head over to www.learnedfromcoach.com and order your copy to support sharing the stories of these great coaches and leaders. That's learnedfromcoach.com.